What's up, guys? It is Corey from Super Comic Guru 9000, and welcome to my review of Naruto Chapter 636. Christian will be absent this week. He will be back next week, and it's a shame he missed this one because, holy crap, this is an epic chapter to me personally. This was sort of the possible, spoiler alert, demise of Obito Uchiha. And what a build-up it was. The supposed final battle between Kakashi and Obito is actually really simple when compared to some of the battles that have been going on lately. It's actually very by-the-books basics of the Naruto world. They actually don't do anything too crazy to each other. And it is kind of a cop-out how in the last chapter they ended with that cliffhanger, and this one is just a genjutsu. It's pretty expected from Sharingan users, but I kind of was hoping they weren't going to, use that trope to get out of this. But that's when the real battle begins, and like I said, it's very by the books. We got a fire technique that we've seen before. We got hand-to-hand techniques. We even got kunai slashes. It's very simple, but what I like about this entire sequence is intercut in between it, you get these other back scenes of both Kakashi and Obito as kids, and it's sort of paralleling what's going on here. And what I love here is, and I'm surprised here, because I usually get sick of these metaphors in Naruto, because they overuse them a lot. But here I really like it because Kakashi is essentially saying, I don't want to hurt my friend, I don't want to kill him, but this isn't the Obito I know. This isn't the Obito I grew up with. I want to preserve the original one, and the only way to do that is to kill the current Obito. And that's where you get that really great big panel where Kakashi uses his Raikiri technique in conjunction with his kunai and stabs right through Obito. It's really wicked looking, and I just think it's funny because they love doing those big 3-panel spreads with Obito getting owned. Kakashi didn't get out of this completely, though. He was actually stabbed through with one of the chakra rods, but it didn't look as fatal as Obito's attack. I mean, Obito does have like a giant fucking hole in him, and that's when he decides, screw this, I'm getting the hell out of here, I'm gonna end this war. All hell breaks loose when we go back to the battlefield. We get to see that Madara is just getting bored fighting against the Hashirama clones, and he's just tearing them up left and right. And then that's when Obito suddenly just shows up right in front of him. And, Madara's not one to waste time, and he immediately gets to work here. He essentially has been using Obito this entire time. We know that he's going to be using the Rinne no Jutsu to sort of revive his body because he needs a living body in order to be the Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails. And he's going to be using Obito to do that. It's really sadistic and messed up. Madara immediately begins the Rinne no Jutsu, and you get to see all these black chakra rods are exploding out of Obito's body. He's writhing in pain, and it's starting to slowly consume him like the half of his body that was crushed. It's really messed up, and as all of this is going on, the war is just commencing. It's just really disturbing. It's kind of insane to think that this is possibly how Obito is going to be defeated, and it's a really sad end for the character. Whew, so that was friggin' intense. It's crazy. I really was expecting the battle with Kakashi and Obito to be a little more elaborate, but I kind of like that they went this route with it, how they sort of tied it to the fact that when they were kids, how they've always sort of had this rivalry with each other, and sort of always respected each other as well. And I just gotta say, seeing Kakashi get into badass mode is really awesome. Anybody who knows me really well knows I'm a big fan of Naruto, but Kakashi's definitely my favorite character, so I loved seeing him fight this week, and I really hope he's able to make it through this battle, and I think he is. But the whole deal with Madara using Obito as the Rinne no Jutsu to bring himself back to life is just so fucked up, but it is sort of fitting for that character, and it all does sort of add up, because Madara has apparently been planning this the entire time. He's been wanting to use Obito. It's probably why he harvested him as a child and implanted the the black chakra into that side of his body so that he could use him for this purpose. So all shit's about to go crazy. Madara's about to be revived after being a fucking immortal zombie, so who knows? Maybe he's immortal, maybe they can take him out before he can become the Jinchuriki. Or maybe he is going to become the Jinchuriki and this monster is just going to fucking roll over everybody. All I know is I liked this chapter a lot. It moved really quick, but I enjoyed it. Like I said, the battle was somewhat simplistic, but I really liked it, and I think it's a great conclusion to the whole Kakashi-Obito story. And I'm sure there's going to be a much bigger death scene next week, probably with Obito. Maybe there's even going to be a little repentance on his side. I'm sure there's going to be the ghostly moment where he talks with Rin again. I'm definitely expecting that. But this is this week's chapter. Let's just talk about this one. So as a score this week, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I'm not going to give it a perfect 10 because, like I said, it moved a little too quickly this week, and I wanted a little bit more with the Madara stuff, because that just started to happen really quick at the end. But this was still a great chapter with a lot of really cool artwork. All of the battle was really cool, especially that one big 3-panel Just really, really badass looking, just really awesome. I always love to see Kakashi fight. He's definitely a true ninja in every sense of the word. I'd love to know what you guys thought about this week's chapter of Naruto. Do you think that Obito is actually going to die from this? Do you think Kakashi is going to survive from his wounds? Do you think something even crazier is going to happen? You can let me know with your comments below. And you guys know the drill. Before you leave, make sure and give this video a thumbs up. It's one of the best ways to support our videos. Not only that, make sure and check out our wide catalog of videos that we've been working on. Here's a couple right here. Me and Christian just got done reviewing the third Berserk movie, Descent. If you want to hear our thoughts about it, make sure and check that one out. That concludes this review today, guys. We'll see you next time. Super Comic Guru 9000, out.